Price elasticity of demand. Price elasticity of demand, a very important concept in economics. You should have learned this in economics in 11th or 12th standard, I'm not sure. For sure. Very easy. I will teach you what it means. First, before proceeding to this, none of us in our lives, or we should be in a position in our lives to be in a place where we don't fall into the elastic demand side. I'll tell you what it means. If you go to DMart, if you see, if the increase, what are you laughing? Who? No, nothing wrong. At this stage, you should go DMart only. At this stage, at this point of time, it is better to go there only. But you should keep it as a goal that in 5 years or 6 years time, now it is 100% better and we should do that only. That's a wise way of doing it. Because you are not growing stage. We are all from middle income family. It is our duty to make sure that we are still not in the middle income group. We are not in middle class. If you realize that, this is not even middle class. Middle class is more. Then it comes upper middle class. Then only comes next level. We are not even in the middle class, probably in the lower middle class, we can tell. We have to keep our goal that never in our lives we have to go to DMart. Yesterday only went there. And I realized offer is there, okay. 20 rupees offer they are giving, for that 50 rupees petrol you have to put, 100 rupees petrol you have to, car if I went, 500 rupees petrol you have to put, go there. It's not required. That is the amount of money we should earn. We should be in a position to get whatever we want and whenever we want at whatever point of time. Whatever happens in DMart is called as elastic demand. What happens is, if they decrease the price by 10%, if they decrease the price by 10%, they will be able to sell 20% more goods. How much? 20%. This is called as elastic demand. Demand is elastic. That for a small percentage increase in price, there will be more percentage increase in the quantity demanded. Understood? 10% I decrease my price. 10% I decrease my price, but the quantity demanded, how much goods they were able to sell is 20% more. Same way, if I increase the price by 10%, I will reduce, my sales will be or quantity demanded or sales will reduce by 20%. So here, what is more here in this part if you see? What increase or decreases more? We'll call quantity demanded. Quantity demanded is sales. If quantity demanded, percentage increase or decrease in quantity demanded is more than percentage increase or decrease in price, and if the price fluctuates, quantity demand will fluctuate a lot. This is called as elastic demand. Whereas there are other cases, so increase by price by 30% also, quantity demand will just decrease by 10%. If I decrease by price by 30%, the quantity demand will increase by 10%. Quantity demand will increase by less. The price increase or decrease will be more. The quantity demand increase or decrease will be less. This is inelastic demand. And in middle, so increase by 20%, quantity demand will reduce by 20%. If I decrease my price by 20%, my quantity demand will increase by 20%. This is one more case. 3 cases we saw. One is elastic demand, one is in middle, one is inelastic demand. In elastic demand, what needs to happen? What quantity demand? Percentage. That's why clearly told 20%, 10%. Tell again. Percentage change in quantity demanded should be more than percentage change, not increase. It will increase or decrease. If price increases, quantity demand will increase or decrease? Decrease. Okay. This is elasticity of demand and inelasticity of demand. And one more thing is that there is something called as perfectly elastic, something called as perfectly inelastic. More extreme cases. More than going to perfectly elastic, very important here you need to know is perfectly inelastic. You see, how much ever they increase the price of salt, how much ever they increase the price of salt, will there be any fluctuation in the quantity? How much ever they increase the price of salt, will there be fluctuation in the quantity? There will be no change. A percentage change in quantity demanded will be nothing or very minute compared to percentage change in price. Perfectly inelastic. Salt. Just because they reduce the salt price to 2 rupees, you will go buy 4 kilos of salt and keep in a house. That's also no use for us. Salt is a product where even if they reduce price, no one will go and buy. Because it's cheaper already and we can't even use it for that quantity we can't use also. Any other product you take in the market, any other product, no other product will be perfectly inelastic. No other product, they will tell medicines are perfectly inelastic. How much are the price increases, that much amount of quantity only we will get. How much are the price decreases, but what happens in medicine is the price decreases a lot, no, they will buy more and keep. In medicine, if you see, if the price decreases a lot, they'll buy more and keep. Anything for the matter, petrol. How much if the price increases, whatever it increases, you have to put petrol and go out. No other option you have. But if the price decreases, petrol price decreases a lot, what people do, they'll buy and they'll store it somewhere. So if you see, technically salt is the only product where whether the price increases or decreases rapidly, the quantity demand will remain the same. It should work both ways. Not only increase or not only decrease. It should work both ways. That's when you call it perfectly inelastic. Petrol and all is not perfectly inelastic. Medicine, so insulin. They tell insulin is inelastic. So insulin, no. People have diabetes, they'll put some injection or whatever. Very tough process. But there, if you reduce the price of insulin, no, they'll buy in bulk and they'll store it in the fridge. So price reduction is having an effect on the quantity demanded, means it will come under elastic demand. It will come under elastic demand. But other way around, nothing will happen. If price increases, it will remain the same. Whereas salt is the only product where it will have no change. Distributor, for them also, there will not be much. If the price decreases, that's what they have to give to us also. Very minute profit percent. Generally, no one has big much profit percentage in salt. As it's a necessity, no one has much profit percentage in salt. Understood all of you? This is what you have to know about price elasticity of demand. When do we say something is elastic?
When the percentage change in quantity
It's more than percentage change in price. When do you say it's inelastic?
when the percentage change is not that much of one difference.
That's it. Now, percentage change of that percentage is comparing. We will put it as a formula. If percentage change in quantity demanded is more than percentage change in price, you are saying it is elastic. The formula is nothing but percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price. So both. If it is more than one, it is elastic or inelastic. Think and tell. If it is more than one, it's elastic or inelastic. Think percentage change in quantity demanded, we will keep it 30%, divided by percentage change in price 20%. Which is more? 30 is more. So if elastic above should be more. 30 by 20 means it should be more than one only. No. So if it's more than one, it is elastic demand. It is less than one, it is inelastic demand. Understood? Formula will be same. It will be more than or less than one. Same formula. Percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price. More than one or less than one. More than one means elastic demand. Less than one means inelastic demand. These are the two things you have to know. Nothing more is required from the perspective of a performance management chapter. Perfectly elastic, perfectly inelastic. Middle learner will see in economics. Here it's not required. Two things you have to know. Understood? Not required. These are two things you have to know. Whether if it's more than one, what is it? Write elastic demand. If less than one, write inelastic demand. So here, if you see this change in quantity divided by change in price. Earlier we saw in B. What is B formula? See, P divided by change in quantity. Here is ulta. Here is percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price, not change. How do you find percentage change, sir? I will tell you. And secondly, here you can totally ignore negative signs. There, what I told you, ignore negative signs for the perspective of a question, sum. For MCQ, take negative sign. It will always be negative. B will always be negative. But here, ignore it totally. It's not required only. Here, if you see, for example, I'll tell you, don't write anything. My price of one chips was number of units I earlier sold was 40 units. Now I am selling 60 units. What is percentage change in quantity?
60 minus 40 divided by 30.
Well, 30. 60 minus 40 divided by 30. How?
No, sir, I heard first is the 12.
Okay. How much? 50%. Nothing. How much has changed? Formula for percentage changes. You can write this down also if you want. How much change divided by how much it was before. Use the formula to find percentage change or increase or decrease. Change divided by how much it was before into 100. Here, what is the change? 20. From 40 it's becoming 60. Change is 20 divided by what it was before? 40 into 100. If you do this, you will get the percentage change. That is change divided by how much it was before into 100. Understood, all of you? Yes or no? Now I'll tell you a question. Do it. Take your notebooks and do it. A price of a product has reduced from 20 rupees to 12 rupees. A price of a product has changed from 20 rupees to 12 rupees. Because of that, the quantity demanded will increase or decrease? Increase. Quantity demanded increases from 40 rupees to 60 rupees. Remember one thing, whether it's inelastic or elastic, this will not happen. How much percentage it increases or decreases matters. 40 to 60. Is it elastic or inelastic demand? Elastic. How do you find out? That's why I clearly told you. You can't tell like that and all. It will really happen like this only. That's what. Don't get confused. Listen to me. 1 second. Don't right now. This is a normal confusion. This is a general confusion. Listen to me. The general confusion. Just because price decreases, quantity increases, don't tell it's elastic demand. In inelastic also the same thing will happen. In inelastic doesn't mean inelastic. It doesn't mean that if you increase the price, more quantity will sell. In inelastic also same thing will happen. But the difference is percentage change matters. So you have to find the percentage change and then only you can answer. Find the percentage change for both. Find the percentage change in quantity demanded, find the percentage change in price and then divide. Completed. What is percentage change in quantity demanded? Percentage change in price? 40%. 50 by 40? 1.2 is the elastic and inelastic demand? Oh, with only found out. Okay. More than 1. This means this elastic demand. What is the price? From price it became 20 to 12. So change is 8 divided by it was 20. 8 by 20 is 40%. This is 40 from 40 units to 60 units. 20 change is 20 divided by it was 40. 50%. 50 divided by 20 is 50 divided by 40 is 1.2. This question is different. The question we are doing is different. This is 40 units, 40, 60 units, 20 rupees, 12 rupees. Understood all of you? price elasticity of demand, you can ignore signs. Signs are not required. You got 1.2, all of you.
Yes, sir.
It's elastic demand. Okay.
So, like you said, like price increase and quantity will be less. That is also considered in this way only we have to calculate whether it's elastic or
Same way. Same way you have to check. Formulas change divided by what it was before. That's it. For both same formula only. Understood, all of you? Now, one thing you have to remember here is think and tell. Think and tell. Finish writing. Think and tell. In elastic demand. In elastic demand. If my price is reduced, will total revenue increase or decrease? In my elastic demand, if my price is reduced, my total revenue will increase or decrease? Increase. Because if I reduce price, more they will buy. If price is increased, total revenue will decrease or increase? If price is increased, total revenue will increase or decrease? Decrease. In inelastic demand, I am talking about total revenue. Be very careful. In inelastic demand, will my total revenue increase or decrease if my price is reduced? Generally, if my price is reduced, I will get only less amount. Generally, normally, if my price is reduced, I will get only less amount. But earlier case, if you see, I got only less amount, but I was able to sell more and more quantity. So because of that, my total revenue increased earlier. And second case also, when my price is increased, I have to get more amount. Or because of me increasing my prices, very less customers only bought products from me. Because of that, my total revenue decreased in elastic demand. In elastic demand, I decrease price. I decrease the price. Because of me decreasing price, less amount only I will get. Because of that, my price also decrease. My quantity demand is also less only. The quantity demand also increase by less amount only. For example, I decrease my price by 10%, but quantity demanded was only 8% more. So I wasn't able to compensate. So in inelastic demand, if you tell me, if I decrease my price, total revenue will increase or decrease? Decrease. In inelastic demand, if I increase my price, total revenue increase or decrease? Increase. Inelastic is directly proportional. Elastic is inverse. With only with respect to total revenue. Don't get confused in exam. So what happens in exam is, if they tell price has decreased from 20 to 12 rupees and quantity demand has increased from 40 to 60 rupees, without seeing anything, they will tell directly some answer elastic. You have to put the formula and see, and then see if it's elastic or not. By seeing the numbers, you can't tell if it's elastic or not. Because you have to look at only at percentage change. Understood, all of you? And total revenue is directly proportional, inversely proportional for elastic demand. Total revenue for elastic demand is inversely proportional. For inelastic demand is directly proportional. Directly increase. This increase, total revenue increase. This decrease, total revenue decrease. Understood? So now they will ask MCQ, you have to be very, very, very careful. This is what? Okay, tell me this. Answer this question. Answer this question. Inelastic demand. Is it recommended to increase my price? Inelastic demand. Is it recommended to increase my price? Inelastic demand. Yes. Inelastic demand, what we saw? Increase the price, total revenue increase. It is recommended to increase the price. In inelastic demand, is it recommended to decrease the price? If you reduce the price, total revenue will also reduce. Directly proportional, so it's not recommended. In other case, it's ulta. Everything is given in the book only, nothing to write. If you go through the price elasticity of demand, everything is given there, nothing is required to write. Just write on the formula. Write on the formula to find the percentage change in quantity demand and percentage change in price. Change divided by how much it was before. Change divided by how much it was before. Rest everything there is there in a book.